Hello guys and welcome to Pokemon Horizons episode 107. And let's see how this episode is. Okay, so we're starting off with Diana and Hamber, so that's cool. The old geezers together. So it's cool seeing them work together. Oh, Arcanine looks very fuzzy. I still have things to do. And it's good to have, some inside eyes. Okay, Dusknoir is also a bit. So that's what I meant by the adventure that they're on at the moment. Their Pokemon have had to do a lot, it seems. Nani? Well, at least 5 of the heroes. Yeah, but they think it is all 6. They don't know that Rayquaza hasn't been captured yet. Hmm. Spell it out for us, just in case. I wonder if we're going to see these two die at the very end. You know? Because, we've already seen 2 deaths. With Lucius and Gibeon. And okay, one comment while this from episode 106 was a comment by Hunter HQ that said, "Giving Ult a dragon makes sense. He is after Rayquaza. And I would agree with that if all of Ult's Pokemon were dragon types. It's just a Pokemon that he didn't know he had. Because he didn't know it was a what's called Dragonite, right? Because if all of his Pokemon were dragons, then I would agree with that it makes sense that he's after the Rayquaza. Now, I will say it makes sense that he gets a Dragonite, because obviously Ult's whole thing is Mega Evolutions. So maybe that is an angle I'll go more in. The fact that, Mega Rayquaza is like the ultimate Mega Pokemon, right? Since it doesn't need a Mega Stone to evolve. Well, I guess it technically does need a Mega Stone, it just have eaten it or something. But in the games, it doesn't need a Mega Stone, or that like it has like a special organ or something. I don't really remember the reason why Rayquaza could Mega without having a Mega Stone, because it's not like it's going primal. That would be something fun, seeing a primal Rayquaza later on. I do think it would have been cool if Ult had like a ghost Mega Pokemon. So like the other Pokemon he would have would be like a Bennett. So he has like ghost types that can Mega Evolve. That would be his gimmick. But yeah, okay, now I remember the preview. Okay, I remember what happened in the preview. Okay, hello Spinel. You look great, Spinel. I like the sideway ponytail with the clip. Looks good. He's the... Oh, there we go. They've been caught. like on your knees, bitch, on your knees. I'm rooting for Amethio. Please, Amethio, destroy him. He's like, I'm not a Volt tackler. Oh. Well, you still have your Dragonite on you, so. What's that? Oh no, is Ult gonna be the one? Is Ult just gonna, what's it called? Is he gonna be the one to save the heroes? I hope not. Obviously, my heart want Liko to be the one to save it, but I do think it's gonna be, probably gonna be a mixture of Ult and Roy, right? But, well, it would be very weird if they saved the heroes in this episode, actually. Like, oh, hello, Yamirami. Sable Eye. Yes. They have a hidden base right here. Ah, Shonen. Okay, so they have already started moving things, okay. They are not leaderless. They are not leaderless. Espinel is, smart. Um, there's no need to not be, what's it called, precautious. Because doing that moving is not going to hurt them at all. And if this area gets breached and all that, then at least they're not going to lose the heroes, right? So that is smart. That's why I like Spinel. And I do like her with Spinel. Agate. Is her name Agate? I think so. I hope she doesn't betray Spinel. That's what I do. I hope she stays with Spinel. Please, friend. Well, lucky the door didn't fly. Otherwise, ult would have been a pancake. Who cares? Yeah, stop being a piece of shit. And you apologize for how you treated Liko. And the fact that you're doing that in the observation room. You decided not to take a personal room. Instead, you're doing it in a place where people are gonna be. Ah, man. I hate ult. Okay, now we learn their name. Ruble and Indy. So I guess Ruby and Indigo. Because he is a little bit like blue-purple, right? Alright. Well, it does seem like they are at a disadvantage, Ruble and Indigo. How does... I mean, I know they're gonna use Zen mode. Oh? They switched Pokemon. Okay, that's cool. So she's the one who threw out the Galarian and he threw out the Unovan one. Okay. So they're kind of like a double team trainer, you know. And all two trainers that come together and battle as one. But, you know, the trainer group that are just two, like for example, the couple trainer class. You can't just focus one slot to make it a 2 versus 1. Like you can when it's like two single trainers coming together to double battle. Okay, I assume that's what they did right there. So I like that. That's a cool little like reference or joke. Not joke, but a little bit of a reference, I think. I've never used Zen mode Darumaka. Because it's very weird that is like their hidden ability. Oh, and there's all the Rabscas. Beracus. So are they using psychic to pull them down, or is that gravity? Gravity, it is. How is that cowards? It's a move. Increases the accuracy of moves and what's called, well, flying and levitating Pokemon are on the ground now. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, you guys need to learn how to fight together instead of just fighting individually. You need to do combination moves. So I like that they did that. That's kind of like a little bit how Spinel used his Gem Psychic on his Magneton's Zap Cannon. Oh, no, Electro Ball, I guess, but... Nice. Kaboom. Yeah, I think Galarian Darumaka stays a physical attacker, right? Or I think it might even get even more physical attack. I don't really know how Zen mode works, I'll be honest. I think it is when you've taken 50% damage, you turn into Zen mode. I think. So are these all, you know, like... Oh, you know, block. So you see, that's good teamwork. Blocking so that one of them can get an hit in. Okay, I need to work a little bit on how you say Volt Tackle, but this was a good fight, actually. I like this fight. But obviously you guys are still under the effect of gravity. Oh, and I didn't pay attention to that either, that he uses the gravity to... Oh, here we go, Revival Blessing. Yeah. Well, at least you can only use Revival Blessing once. And I don't think they have Lepa Berries. Prayer of Recovery. I think I prefer the English name there, actually. Revival Blessing. Oof. I mean, sadly, and in this case, I will say it makes sense that Kilowattrel hasn't really done much because of the gravity. So I'll give it a little bit of slack for now. But it is sad to see it not doing anything. Okay, nice. Please, knock him out. Knock him out. Oh, the little fire seed was out of Crocolore's hat. Or its flower. Yes, this is your fault. And you need to apologize. Okay, that is dad. Okay, no, he did know. Okay, so he did know that it was a Dragonite. Okay. So I assume it's his dad's Dragonite. It was kind of like, I'm only gonna fight with you when it is for, for good. Okay, good. They're not making it so like a Dragonite is immune to gravity. You're like, come on, Mega me. Mega Evolve me, you motherfucker. Okay. So this is the first time we see Mega Dragonite in the show. Let's see how Mega Dragonite looks in the show. Because it doesn't really look that great that I've seen, the pictures of, like in the game. The same with Mega Victreebel. But to be fair, when I'm thinking like, what would you make Mega Dragonite and Mega Victreebel actually look like? I don't know, like. So I don't hate them. I don't hate how they look. I just don't think it's good. But I don't know what you would do with, with them otherwise. So obviously, the head wings from Dragonair. And then tail also from Dragonair. So, I mean, it makes sense. That's why I'm kind of like, I don't know what else you would do. Yeah, a pseudo-legendary Mega Evolving. It's probably not gonna be like Garchomp, where Mega Garchomp is like worse than regular Garchomp with an item. And of course, Mega Lucario as well. I don't like this. I think it would be like, we don't need Mega Lucario as well. I think Mega Dragonite would be good by itself here. Make Mega Dragonite be like the focus. Alright. Flash Cannon and then Hyper Beam. It shoots this from its tail. Well, rest in peace, you two. Well, you still have two more Repscas. If those haven't been knocked out, I assume they got knocked out by what I think is Dragon Rush, that move. Unless they're gonna make it so that now Mega Dragonite has like a Dragon Ascent or something like that, or like Brave Bird. Like Dragonite does not need a good physical flying move. It doesn't need it. It's already way too good. Yeah. Alright, ult. That's fine. Thanks for that, Roy. Not Roy, yeah, thanks for that ult. I'll appreciate it. Like, get on with it, come on. If I had Thunderbolt, I would have shocked both of you. Have we seen all of Cap's moves? Volt Tackle, Thunder Punch, Quick Attack. No, not Quick Attack. Volt Tackle, Thunder Punch, Double Team. And I don't know if we've seen the last move. Yeah, and I'm just looking at her chest, I'll be honest. Say you're sorry for being a piece of shit. Come on. I mean, you being a bit, what's it called, having some level of genophobia is a little bit endearing. But it does seem like that has kind of like faded a lot, which would make sense. I mean, he's spending a lot of time now with women, so it would make sense, like, from exposure therapy. I would not allow you in. Get out. Alright. I mean, that was a good episode. I actually liked that episode, even though it was ult heavy. The battle was pretty good. And you can really tell that those two are disciples of Spinel with how they battle, you know. I like how those two battle. And I really like that they show them switching Pokeballs and then going and then saying like, it doesn't matter, all the Pokemon will... Oh yeah, they didn't use Recurium this time. Yeah, they did not use Recurium, which is probably why they battled. Because the way they battled this time was different from how they have done it before. But like I said, the way that their team work is kind of like how, like the twins trainer class or the couple trainer class, like those trainer classes are basically two trainers in one class. If they have 4 Pokemon, let's say they have 6 Pokemon, and you knock out 3 Pokemon on the left slot, you're not then gonna fight the other 3 Pokemon one-on-one as you would have done if it was like a random hiker and a random youngster coming together and fighting. So I like that. That was pretty cool. Oh, nice. Okay. Looking cool. Okay. So Diana is coming back next time. Wait a little bit of a Revel Room car. That's cool. Where was I? Okay, this episode. The episode was good. Even though it was an ult heavy episode, I liked it. I mean, they didn't notice the heroes, and obviously ult doesn't know about the heroes, right? So he would probably mention that next episode would be my guess. Diana would probably, when she meets up, she'll mention to them that she find out from Hamber about the heroes, and then Ulf will go like, I saw blah 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 blah, you know. So maybe then they'll go back here and see that this has been abandoned or something. That's kind of like my prediction on where the story's gonna go. So now they have like a new clear goal of not just trying to find out about the strong spheres and where they're getting their Recurium, but now we have to save the heroes while making sure that they do not find Rayquaza. Diana is probably gonna learn next episode that they don't actually have all the heroes. They do not have all the 6 heroes. They have 5. So they only need 1 more. Mega Dragonites was in this episode. So Alt having a mega team makes sense. I kind of would have wanted him to have like a mega ghost team that would have been cooler. But it does make sense that he would have Dragonite because it's the one that is shown up in the promotional thing for Legend ZA. I mean, I will say the way it looks in the show doesn't really make it like look better or anything than it does in what I've seen from the game or screenshots and stuff. It's kind of like on the same level where it's kind of like, I don't really like it, but I don't know how you would make it better, you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, comments. Another comment by Hunter HQ was on 031, and all of these comments are from episode 106. So at 31 seconds, he said organized chaos, which I can understand, you know, with how Alt has everything, organized chaos. It's something I live by, well, kinda. It isn't really chaotic at the moment. It hasn't been for quite some while, but I understand organized chaos. Yes, under HQ. Imagine since Indy was willing to accept a trade rather than payment, shows the explorers can compromise, meaning anyone poor would resort to stealing to pay for them. Imagine someone in a desperate situation to get stronger needs it. Or they can act like debt collectors, lending the spheres to some, then come back to collect interest. Which makes sense. And the fact that you actually said India, so did you know that they mentioned their names here? Or did they mention their names before? It could also be in the credits. Duh. Obviously. Since they had speaking rules before, they would have the names in the credits and stuff, okay. But at least now, we do kind of like... Because I think this is the first time they actually say their names, right? Because I don't think I remember them saying their names in the Pokeball place. The Pokeball factory. But yeah, them being kind of like debt collectors. Because I mean, the whole point of the Strong Sphere is trying to get them out into as many hands as possible, right? So I could see the Exceed company kind of like, you know what, we'll go on a loss. It's like a loss leader, a bit, on how those are. So I don't think they would be like, try to collect interest or something. I think they would be like, you know what, we don't necessarily need monetary like compensation. Sorry, I think you said how to say Eikyoke before, but I can't find it right now. So you can leave another comment on how to say it, because I do think you told me. 3840. Amethyos Cerulege initially had Night Slash, but it was replaced with Shadow Claw. Okay. So that's why I remember it having Night Slash. I wasn't just confusing Night Slash and Shadow Claw. Because it had Night Slash in the episode where Spinel beat Amethyos for the first time, right? In the episode where we also... where we see Glalie use Self-Destruct for the first time. I think so, like episode 20 or something. Sherry, I think Sharon Queet, 94, 95, I think it was like Sherry. I don't hate that episode at all. I did. I despised it. This, however, was a better Alt episode. Even though Alt still hasn't apologized to Liko, I don't like that. I mean, Alt is still my least favorite of the Evolved Tacklers. And I really don't like that he's going after Mega Rayquaza. I don't like that him and Roy have the same goal. Hopefully Roy finds another thing, another goal. Like right now, like, you know, protecting the people he like, the kid he cares about. I hope that is what he goes more into. Because I don't want Roy to truly become like a main character. I want it to be Roy and Liko, or Liko and Roy, with Alt working a bit kind of like how Dot was. Like a secondary main character. Sherry, Pokemon aren't stupid. Some Pokemon are stupid, some are not. They're like, you know, they're like humans. They vary. They're diverse. Pokemon are beautiful creatures. They are, but yet again, some are not. I mean, I wouldn't call Mega Victreebel beautiful. Even though I kind of know what you mean by beautiful creatures. I don't think you necessarily mean like beauty. Like for example, Jinx or Mr. Mime. I would not call those beautiful creatures. I don't think there's any good Mr. Mimes. Except for me. Last comment by Sherry. I don't like Laqueum making them go on a rampage. I know that Pokemon have a beautiful place when humans team up with them. Their bonds become strong. And I mean that is kind of like the point, right? That's why our heroes are going out there to try and stop the Laqueum, right? Because it is doing these bad things to Pokemon. Make it go run like berserk. So yeah, hopefully our team, managed to stop the production of what I assume is gonna end up being that it is synthetic Rakurium. That's kind of like what I'm leaning towards. I think it's gonna be that they managed to actually destroy all the Rakurium back in that episode, And what Spinel has kind of like created is like a synthetic version of it. It might not work exactly the same as normal Rakurium, but he's like working on it. That's kind of like where I'm leaning towards. Or maybe it's going to end up being that Terapagos, because it is synthetic, Spinel is going to make something to make it so that Terapagos can't absorb it and neutralize it the way it did before. Because I don't think we've seen Terapagos like neutralize Rakurium. Like this new type of, I assume is the synthetic Rakurium. Like from the strong spheres and stuff like that. We haven't seen Terapagos actually neutralize that, right? I wonder if it can. But anyways, thank you guys for watching and goodbye.